Howdy folks, thank you for watching. This is the weekly Friday fishing tip and I am fishing with Dom. Several years ago I became a firm believer in buzzbait fishing for largemouth bass and smallmouth bass. This is a proven technique for all predator fish as well, but I'm going to show you today how to enhance your buzzbaits when it comes to bass fishing. Out of the package, this is what a normal buzzbait looks like. This is a Booyah Clacker Buzz in specific, and it's ready to fish the second you take it out of the cardboard and plastic. It's good to go. But there are some days, and sometimes you got to give these lures upkeep to perform their absolute best. And I'm going to show you what to do here. Especially with the black models. I noticed this several years ago. In stained water, if you're not fishing a bright one and you only have black available, I've noticed that they hit the prop instead of the actual skirt or the bait itself. And that's also the case sometime in super dirty water when you have, you know, the regular metal plated blade, or even in this instance a chartreuse blade. What I'll do in stained water situations, or if bass just aren't quite slurping it, if there's a cold front moving through, I will take a trailer bait. Now your options with a trailer bait are truly endless. You can go with a full-size swim bait, maybe a fluke or some sort of jerk bait right here, a regular twister tail, or a double twister tail if you're feeling a little crazy. Toad baits work very well, or smaller swim baits. These are mine of choice personally, and I'm going to show you why. I'm just going to take this mini grass pig that Berkeley Havoc makes, and I'm going to thread it on this buzzbait. There we go. We got nice and strong hooks. We're just going to pop it out right there and work it on up to the head. There we go. It's not a whole lot to look at. This isn't going to put off that much action. It does have a paddle tail, so this is going to be swimming. But what's going to draw a fish in is this blade churning and breaking the top of the surface, especially towards sunset and sunrise when bass are feeding in positive trends. They're going to notice something scurrying along the top, and they're going to see this smaller target coming along. If they're just slurping and not quite blowing up on it in the summer months, or even in the colder months, they're going to see this smaller bait, a smaller area for them to hone in on and hit, and end up with higher chances of getting hooked right here compared to bass fishing with the skirt. They can come up here, they can nip at the back ends of the tail, they might just slurp it a little bit. Play with your retrieve speed while you're at it. But when you have a smaller bait like this and they're not quite hitting it like they normally do, throw on something different. And what you can do, out of the package, bend this prop arm up a little bit. I do this, it looks a little funny, but while that's burning the surface, this is several inches under. Because if that cold front's moving through and they're not going to break the surface all too hard for some baits, and this is right in their strike zone, they'll come right for it. Now, here's another example. I have a brightly colored one. You can go with a fluke minnow or a jerk bait in some situations if you've got a trailer hook, just because this is 5 inches long, and so is this swim bait. If I rig this on there, that's a whole lot of extra bait just hanging around. If they're really smashing it super hard and you want to play with it, the skirt will do it, the whole swim bait will do it. But what I'll do a lot of the times, I'll take a regular twister tail or a double twister tail like this one right here and rig it right up there, just like that. Now, coming by or coming over them, we've got these blades that are going to churn the surface, and we've got these two tails that are kicking behind it. You know, this is going to be a great way to catch bass all summer long, and even into the fall months. To enhance your skirt life, if you can see here, this rubber band that goes around the skirt, it's kind of dry rotted. To prevent that, you need to properly lubricate your skirts. Not with water, of course. You need something that will make sure that they don't, get all dried out and all crusty and look like they're about to break. So I'll take a can of Real Magic. This stuff works great on anything, not just line. And I'll just give that a little spray, and I'll give the entire skirt a spray. There we go. Prevents it from sticking to one another. It acts as a real nice lubricant. Give it a little bit more action. The tails won't be sticking to each other on there and whatnot. But this is what I do when the fishing isn't what it should be, especially in the hot months, sunset, sunrise. They're not quite blowing up on the bait. And fishing around different forms of cover with buzzbaits, it's great, but if they're not absolutely destroying the skirt and you put this on, that could be an honest game changer. I'm not fooling you on that one, folks. Whatever your trailer is, whether it be a toad, a swim bait, a twister tail, take the skirt off. Give it a shot. It's worked very well for me, and I certainly hope it works well for you. This has been the Weekly Friday Fishing Tip with Dom. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or suggestions, shoot me a comment below or get at me at Fishing with Dom on Twitter. Thank you for watching, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.